I think I might be live. So on Facebook, it tells you you're going live. The little thing spins for a while, so you never know quite exactly when you're live. But this had a little message that said you are live. So that's sort of cool. So this is my latest software that I am trying out for streaming. Oh, by the way, I'm Summer Avalon with Summer Avalon Healing Arts. And tonight, for whoever comes on, I'm hoping to do some little mini healings, both group and individual. So we'll see if people show up. So, but for now, yeah, I'm testing this out. So I'm also trying to screen on the or trying to stream simultaneously on my TV to see, because my other issues were with the other software were that it was really sort of fuzzy with the other things that I use. So let's just see if, ooh, there I am. Ooh, that looks a little fuzzy too, though. So if you're in chat or if you're watching, say hello. So I'm trying to see if there's anything else I need to do. So I hope everybody's having a good Tuesday night. I have had a fabulous night. Tonight was my last grad school class of the semester. We had a group presentation. We had a live conflict solutions where my group had to help another group resolve a conflict. It was not fun. Oh, I hate group work. But I don't like papers either. The whole thing's just not fun. I think I'm in the wrong degree program, but I have one class left, plus my final project. So, yeah. So I'm just going to suck it up and do it. So we'll see. So when I think about this software, so what I like about it, so I like the little streaming thing at the bottom. Others have that. So if I upgrade, then I get more perks. And then I think it's not as fuzzy too. The other one I really liked to get the higher level streaming, which was like 1080. It was quite expensive for me and my little simple channel. So we shall see. So when I look at my TV, I'm very red. When I look at my laptop, I'm very pale. So some issues with color, but part of the lighting too. But it's interesting because I would think that my laptop would look similar to the TV, but So I thought a few people were going to come on, but maybe not. This might be a really short test. Yeah, I figured as long as I was going live, I would make it open for others. Yeah, because the texts have gone out. Ooh, it does say 3 people are watching. So if you're here, let me know. Say hello. If you are new to my channel, typically on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Central, I do mini healings, both group and individual. Ooh, there's Marina. Hey, how are you? So I was just talking about what I typically do. So Thursday nights, so typically 10 after the hour, we start with a healing pulse, which if you feel energy, and some of you don't, but you sort of have to trust that it works. But if you do feel it, it's sort of like magic, and it's fun when it really does work. What time is it? Is it like So I think you're 6 hours ahead. So it's like 3:30. Wow, Marina. Did you set your alarm for this? That's terrible. I mean, I'm glad you did, but 4:30. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll get you some healing tonight too. So yeah. So anyways, so typically about 10 minutes in, I start with the first healing, and then at that time I also ask that if anyone has any individual issues that they write it in the chat. And then what I do is I look for underlying reasons why you've got that going on. Say you've got like a pain in your knee. I see if there are something called trapped emotions or other things that are going on. But typically, I look for energetic reasons why things are happening. And sometimes I hit things right on the head. Sometimes I don't. I admit that. But the people that really connect with me and my energy, it it can be pretty amazing. So, and these are just pieces of what I do because typically my regular clients, we meet an hour and I teach them muscle testing. We go through their issues. Typically, I have people bring 3 issues to a session, and we can meet either in person or on Facebook video, FaceTime, Skype, WhatsApp, whatever works, sometimes phone. But we typically work on 3 issues, and the issues can be physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, or relationship based. And we look for underlying reasons why things are happening with whatever issue you bring up. So, yes. But yeah, so Marina, I just finished. I don't know if you were on a few minutes ago, but I just finished my last class of the semester. So, are you in class now? When does your term end? So, and we will do a healing pulse in 4 minutes. So, feel free to chat. Feel free to go get a drink of water, but come back in 4 minutes or 3 minutes, actually. Oh no, that's terrible. So here in the US, there's bachelor's, which is typically is a 4-year program, and then there's a master's, which oftentimes is 2. But I think so. Here they call it a JD, which I can't remember how many additional years that is. I'm not familiar with that, but it's definitely worked to be a student. Oh, we do that with some of our programs too. Like you can get a doctor of physical therapy and not have a bachelor's degree because it's just you just keep going for the whole program. Oh, well, at least you're over halfway. That's good. I have a will have a dual master's degree. It's a master of business administration with a emphasis in organizational change and leadership. And then my second master's will be a master of arts in management. So yeah, I realized tonight I'm not really interested in the program, but I I started it quite a while ago and I'm so close to being done. I've decided I just need to finish it. So yeah, because I took like a break for quite a few years and I started back last fall. So I've taken, this is my 4th class. I've got a class this summer, and then in the fall I work on my capstone. All right, so we're going to do a healing pulse. So Marina, think about where you want to receive the energy. For those of you who are new to this, think about where, if you were getting a healing pulse of energy, where would you want to receive it? So if you have like a physical issue, like say you banged your knee, you'd probably want to send the energy to your knee. But what if it's something emotional or you feel a lot of anxiety? Think about sending that energy to where you feel the anxiety. So like for me, when I'm anxious, I feel it in the pit of my stomach. It makes me nauseous. I know other people feel it like in their chest, and their chest gets tight. Or some people feel it in their throat and they have a hard time talking when they're all worked up. And so what we want to do is send healing energy there. And so I want you to rub your hands together until they are warm. And then place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. So that way you are getting your own healing energy. Hey, Valerie, just in time. And then you're also receiving my healing frequencies too. And so imagine that I am standing there in front of you. My hands are on your hands. And so the most important piece is for you to be open and allowing the healing to happen. And just breathe it in. Open and allowing. So breathe in really deep. So breathe it in. And then once you take a deep breath, hold it. And then let it out. And as you're letting it out, imagine everything that doesn't serve you releases with your breath. And that helps the healing go deeper because you don't have things blocking the healing energy. So just breathe it in. And so that is our first healing pulse of the night. We will probably do one more tonight, depending on how things go. I'm just looking to see if there are any settings I need to change because this is all sort of new to me. So for those of you who have been here for my other software experiments, like last night was a disaster. That totally did not work. But I'm wondering what you think of this one. This one's a little different. Get my chat back. All right, so let's see. So I've got Marina and Valerie. Are you guys still there? So last night, I think, so I was able to simulcast to YouTube and Facebook at the same time. YouTube dropped 2 minutes into my video. Facebook dropped, gosh, not very much into it. So Valerie, if I pay for a subscription to this, it'll simulcast to here and Facebook. So people will have a choice. And I think that the quality is good. Yeah, it didn't last hardly at all, Marina. It just, and that's because of my internet. My internet has been running between, well, lately my highest is 10 megabytes per second, which is horrible because I have cable. And so this morning I went on to check because I was going to call about it, and I had 88, and then I ran it again and I had 90, but now I'm down to less than 10 again. And so it's just really sporadic, especially frustrating when I don't have other devices hooked up. I think right now the only thing else I've got so I've got my phone connected to Wi-Fi, and I am streaming YouTube, watching me on the big screen. That's a little scary. But yeah, especially last night, I just had my laptop and my phone, nothing else connected to Wi-Fi, and with cable internet, it should be much better. So I'm just really frustrated because if I'm gonna have crappy internet, I'd like to pay a lot less. So that's just how it goes. So Valerie or Marina or anyone else, is there anything you guys want to work on? Anything specific, as long as we're here and I haven't lost you or the connection so far? So let me know. Otherwise I'll just keep jabbering, but I think I'm going to purchase this for Thursday's live. So that'll be good. And this means that I can take off where it says powered by Melon. I think I can put my logo there. And then there's some background stuff and some other things too. So yeah. So I guess we'll see. Valerie, when are you leaving? Stuckness in life. Okay, Marina, we will do that. Wow, that's not too far away. Marina, have you been to the US? So let's see. Marina. So those of you who are watching that have not been to my channel before, I determine what will help Marina using muscle testing. And typically in like a regular session, I will test quite a few different tools, but like on my mini healings, I typically do 3 tools. And so I see which one I'm going to use, and then we'll just go from there. All right, so let's see. And so I'm using my emotion, sensations, and behaviors chart. So let's just see. And I'm getting the emotion of mistrust. Let me get an age on that for you. I'm getting around age 24, Marina. So plus or minus a year, so 23, 24, 25. Something in there. Do you remember an event that caused you to not trust people or not trust a certain person? And so for those of you who aren't familiar, this type of healing is based on a book called The Emotion Code by Dr. Bradley Nelson. And so he feels that when we feel an emotion strongly, oftentimes we'll hang on to that energy of the emotions. But typically, a body will process and release an emotion just fine. But sometimes it doesn't process, and we hang on to the emotions with us. And wherever that emotion is housed in the body, it causes that part of the body not to work as it should. So oftentimes it's the basis for pain, disease, and other things. And like with mistrust, it will make you be less trusting of others. So Marina, let's get rid of that, because that is holding you back. It's a piece of why you feel stuck. So let's move that. Yeah, that's hard because especially if someone breaks up with you, you don't have a lot of control. Okay, so releasing and removing that, and then because I've created a void, I'm also going to fill it with healing energy. Okay, let's see. Did that release? Yes. Okay. Does anyone have anything else you want to work on? Marina, I'll look for another, if there's another layer to the feeling stuck, and I'm getting there is. And so I'll do that. And then, unless someone says something, we'll do another healing pulse that everyone can participate in. So let's just see. All right, so I'm going to go back to my list. Sorrow. Let me get an age on that. Around age 19. So plus or minus a year again. So it could be 18, 19, 20, because ages are the hardest thing when I do this. So let's just see. All right, so let's see. Sorrow. Did that release? Yes. Okay, so that released. I'm going to fill the voids. Okay. All right. So unless someone says something right away, we're gonna do another healing pulse, and then I'm gonna call it a night so Marina can go back to sleep. Yes, Valerie, you traveled all over when you were overseas. So that was pretty exciting. Okay, so for the healing pulse, is everyone ready? I want you to rub your hands together until they're warm. If you don't know where to send it, good. So maybe it'll help Marina too, so she can go back to sleep. Yeah, because it's like 4:30. Um, so, um, gosh, lost my train of thought. That's terrible. Um, so, if you don't know where you want to send the healing pulse because you don't really have a place, so I would suggest, oftentimes I'll send to my heart or my head. Well, now I feel bad. But you said you didn't set your alarm. You just woke up for me. So that was very nice. So, all right, you could also send the healing pulse to your aura. And so one of the things I talked about on Thursday nights is sending the energy to your aura as a way of strengthening it, and that causes protection, especially if you are sensitive to energies. So that's an option too. All right, so rub your hands together and then place your hands where you want to receive the energy. And then, as I always say, it's most important, just be open and allowing. Breathe in the energies and breathe it out. Breathe deep. Open and allowing. Allowing the healing to enter and to go where it needs to go. Okay, so that was our second healing pulse of the night. This is typically sort of what a Thursday night looks like, only it lasts longer. So typically it lasts an hour, hour and 15. I do group and individual things, and I always throw in a few extra things. Like lately, we've been doing some brain balancing, strengthening the aura. We talk about why people yawn. You're welcome, Marina. So if you have questions about what I do, I also do entity and house clearing. That's something fairly new to me and really sort of interesting and fun, just because it's so unique. I also have this new little gadget called the Healy, and this is something that this scans and sends frequencies. And so this has like 144,000 frequencies. I am quite impressed with it. It does what I do on definitely a more clinical basis. But I think my healing combined with this is a fabulous pairing. So, yeah, very exciting. Yeah, I think so too, Valerie, especially when my original Facebook page got stolen. I think, I think this is a really good option. So, this Thursday, you will have a choice. You can see me on YouTube or Facebook. How this works in the chat, though, is on my screen, I see a combination of YouTube and Facebook. So if you're on YouTube, you won't see what the Facebook people say in chat and vice versa. But I agree, there are many people that just despise Facebook. I'm not a huge fan after Facebook did nothing when my account was taken. So, and then you combine that with all the censorship. Yeah, it's sort of a mix. It's got a little symbol next to everyone's. So it's got your little icon from YouTube, and then your name, and then it has the little YouTube icon. And so right now, because I don't have the paid version, I'm not linked to Facebook, but once I do that, it'll have that. And then I can't remember, some of them you could link a whole bunch of other platforms like LinkedIn and Twitch and Twitter and all sorts of things. So I am going to experiment with that too, just because. So yeah, but I appreciate everyone who came. Please stop by on Thursday nights. We will start at 7 Central, and I can be found here on the Summer Avalon Healing Arts channel. And so subscribe and set your notifications so that way you can just pop in when I go live. Otherwise, you can find me on Facebook under Summer Avalon Healing Arts. If you have any questions, probably best to contact me either on Facebook or through my website, which is scrolling at the bottom. So again, I hope everyone had a fabulous evening. Thank you for your feedback about this new platform. I think this is probably the one I'm going to purchase. So sort of a painful process. Yes, so I'll see everybody Thursday. Unless something comes up, just let me know. Have a great night. Bye.